And we are back on 843 TV, where communities come to speak. And back with me is Annmarie and Jen. And we're going to talk about a really cool project you have going on. It's behind us here. And it's been here for 10 years. It's the Heritage Garden, but it's getting a revamp. And so tell us a little bit about that project and how the revamp got launched.
Yeah, so the Hilton Head Bluffton Chamber of Commerce Leadership Program, our team, I'm in that. We decided on this project. It's a really neat one. It's been around, as you said, for 10 years plus. We've had master gardeners work on it over the years, dedicated staff members, but we really wanted to enhance it, revitalize it, add stuff to it so that you kind of get a lot more from it, right? So it is meant to be an educational garden. Okay. We're adding new signage. We're going to have these cool flip books that tells you about each of the plants and how it contributed to our community, okay. Right?
Yeah.
And so we're super excited about it. There's lots of stuff to see and do. It's in its initial phase right now. There's probably one more phase to go, and then we should be good. Okay. We'll do an opening, kind of a ribbon cutting by May.
Okay.
So So stay tuned on that.
Stay tuned. Yeah, a work in progress, but I love that. So, Jen, talk to us a little bit about the fact that it is a heritage garden, which means these are things that have been here since before we were here.
Yes.
And, so explain the history to us, some of the things that we're going to find in the garden.
So a lot of these plants come from West Africa, where enslaved people, when they were brought over, they brought seeds with them as, their only livelihoods. They had to grow that food to survive. And so when they were here, it became their life source. And so you see a lot of these plants that we're going to put in: okra, rice, bene. These are Golagichi heritage staples.
Absolutely.
And then we're also, because it's collaborative with the whole community, we also have our native plants. So we have things like blue huckleberry, where early settlers and also indigenous people use those fruits, in their pies and their baking. Yeah. It's so wonderful to see this manifesting.
Yeah, it's really a cool project, and I can't wait to see it when it's all finished, all said and done. And so, before we started filming this segment, at least, we talked a little bit about the fact that it's really an educational garden. It's not something you're going to harvest for the community, but it is something that the community should come and learn about. Mm-hmm. But you specifically wanted to do a volunteer shout out or call out to see if we could maybe get some help with this.
So you do not need to know about these plants. You can come
Which
from...
is really important.
Yes, you can come from anywhere. We will teach you the knowledge. That's what this place is for. It is a living lab. This is a place to get educated on just the community and all these plants that, you can grow in your own yard too.
Yeah, I love that. And so talk to us a little bit about the leadership class and how you came to this decision. I know you said you didn't push for it, which I said you could have, I think, but how did they come to realize how really important this project is?
Yeah, well, we have to do a project that is in a short time period, right? So we really have 7 months to get it kind of from start to finish. So it has to be a practical one. This was a need. We have other folks in our leadership group that had resources. So one of the gentlemen who is in our team works the greenery. And so the greenery stepped up and helped us and has contributed resources to this, and in a way that it hasn't had. And so we're really fortunate that they've done this and seen the importance of it. But it's open to the public. It's free, so everybody can enjoy it. So it really is a fabulous community project that you can just get involved in. Yep. And and that's why we're hoping too that in the future we'll have volunteers who want to help with it, continue to have it thrive.
Well, as I mentioned in the last segment, I want to be a gardener, but I'm not really one. So if there's people like me, that's a great way to kind of enter into that and to know what you can grow here. And I think it's kind of fun that you could maybe have a fig tree or a something like that in your yard that is going to actually produce something. Yep. So that's really exciting. Thank you for sharing about this great project. We're going to have to come back when the ribbon cutting happens and see it at its all its glory, all its finished glory. Thanks, ladies, for being here. And we will be back. There's more to come.